Alton Towers has some of the best rides in the UK. But which ones are actually the best? Today, I'm ranking the top 15 riders at Alton Towers from worst to best. If you enjoy the video, please remember to like and subscribe as it really helps. Thank you and enjoy the video. In 15th place, we have Gangsta Granny, the ride. This is one of the newer attractions at Alton Towers, and it's based on the Gangster Granny story by David Williams. It's basically a dark ride where you follow Ben and his granny on a dual heist with loads of screens, effects, and a bit of storytelling along the way. Now it's definitely more aimed at families and younger guests, and it's not exactly thrilling, but the theming is pretty fun, and it's something a bit different from the usual rides. For me, it's a decent addition to the park, but not something I'd rush to every visit, which is why it's at number 15. In 14th place, we have the Congo River Rapids. Now, this one's a classic at Alton Towers, and it used to be a lot more intense, but these days it's definitely more of a chill family ride. You spin around in a big raft, go through some gentle rapids, and there's a chance you might get a bit wet or soaked. It's still fun if you just want to break from the big coasters, but compared to everything else on this list, it doesn't really stand out that much anymore. In 13th place, it's probably a bit of a shocker from me, but I put Nemesis Subterra here, located in Forbidden's Valley. This is a completely different kind of attraction. It's more of an indoor psychological experience than a ride. You're basically taken into the secret facility where something has gone very wrong. And without spoiling too much, it's all about building tension with actors, effects, and a few surprise moments thrown in. It's not for everyone, especially if you're not a fan of jump scares, but it's definitely one of the more unique experiences at Alton Towers. For me, it's a fun idea and something different, but since it's not very veritable, it lands at number 13. In number 12, we have Runaway Mine Train. This is a classic family coaster at Alton Towers, and it's all about fun rather than thrills. It's got some surprisingly fast sections, especially when it goes round multiple times, and if you're with a group, it can actually be a really fun ride. That said, compared to the bigger coasters in the park, it's obviously a lot tamer, so it doesn't rank too high on this list. Still, it's a solid ride and definitely one I end up going on every visit, obviously, unless it's closed. In 11th place, we have Hex, the Legend of the Towers. This is one of the most unique attractions at Alton Towers, and it's actually set inside the real towers themselves, which already makes it feel different. The whole ride is based around a creepy legend, and without spoiling it, it uses some really clever effects to mess with your sense of movement. It's not feel right at all, but the atmosphere, storytelling, and that main illusion still make it really memorable. For me, it's a must-do at least once every visit, but since it's not very intense, it just misses out on the top 10. In 10th place, we have Spimble Whizzer. This is a spinning roller coaster at Alton Towers, and every ride is a bit different depending on how much your car spins. Sometimes you'll get a really wild ride spinning low. Another time, it's a bit more chill. Just depends on your look. It's not the most intense coaster in the park, but it's definitely fun, and the unpredictability makes it more revisable. For me, it's a solid top 10 ride, but there are still better coasters to come. In 9th place, we have Rita. This is one of the fastest rides at Alton Towers, and it's all about that launch. You go from 0 to top speed in just a couple of seconds, and it really catches you off guard every time. The rest of the ride is fast and fun, but it's definitely that initial acceleration that makes it stand out so much. Some people say it's a bit short, and I kind of agree, but that launch alone is enough to put it at number 9 for me. In 8th place, we have Curse at Alton Manor. This is one of the best dark rides at Alton Towers with loads of detailed theming, effects, and a proper storyline all the way through. You travel through the haunted manor following the story, and there's always something to look at, whether it's the sets, the characters, or the little surprises along the way. It's not scary in a proper horror way, but it's got a really cool atmosphere and feels super polished. For me, it's a big separate from some of the other family rides, which is why it lands at number 8. In 7th place, we have 13. This is one of the most unique coasters at Alton Towers, and it's all themed around this dark forest idea. At first, it feels like a normal family coaster with some decent speed and turns, but then you get to that moment. Without spoiling it, this is a surprise element that completely catches you off guard the first time you ride it. It's not the most intense ride overall, but that twist makes it really memorable and fun to come back to, which is why it takes the number 7 spot. In 6th place, we have Oblivion. This was the first vertical drop roller coaster at Alton, and even now it still hits hard. The whole build-up is what makes it. You're held right on the edge. Looking straight down is the hole, and it just builds so much tension, and then you drop. It's over pretty quickly, but that drop is insanely intense every single time. For me, it's short but iconic, which is why it takes the number 6 spot. Moving on to 5th place, we have Toxicator. This is a top spin ride over in Forbidden's Valley, Alton Towers, and it's one of those rides that looks simple, but is actually pretty intense. You're flipped upside down multiple times, getting really close to the water below, and depending on the cycle, you can get absolutely soaked. What makes it stand out is how unpredictable it feels, and the whole toxic industrial theme fits really well, especially in Forbidden's Valley. For me, it's a super fun flat ride and a nice break from the coasters, but still intense enough to make the top 5. In 4th place, we have Galactica. This is the flying coaster at Alton Towers, and it gives you that feeling of actually flying, which is completely different from any other variety. You're laid facing the ground, gliding through all the twists and turns, and it just feels really smooth and relaxing compared to the more intense coasters. It might not be the most thrilling ride in the park, but the experiences itself is what makes it stand out. For me, it's one of the most smooth and enjoyable rides Alton Towers, and that's why it deserves number 4. Coming to the 3 best rides. In 3rd place, we have the Smiler. This is easily one of the most intense rides at Alton Towers, and it actually holds the world record for the most inversions on a roller coaster. From the moment you leave the station, it just doesn't stop. Loop after loop, twist after twist, completely relentless. The whole theme adds to it as well, with that creepy, experimental vibe that makes it feel even more chaotic. It's not for everyone, but if you love intense coasters, this is one of the best in the park, which is why it takes a number 3 spot. In its 2nd place, it was very close, but I have put Nemesis Reborn here. This is one of the most iconic roller coasters in the UK and easily one of the best at Alton Towers. It's an inverted coaster, so your feet are dangling and you're flying through all the intense twists, turns, and then misses with the terrain. It's incredibly smooth, super intense, and just perfectly paced from start to finish. For me, it's a near perfect ride, but there's just one that takes the top spot. In 1st place, and in my opinion, the best ride at Alton Towers is Wickerman. This is, in my opinion, the best all-round coaster at Alton Towers. It's a wooden coaster, so it feels really fast, rough in a good way, and just full of energy from start to finish. The theming is incredible as well, especially when you go through the Wickerman structure itself. It just adds so much to the experience. It might not be the most intense ride in the park, but it's the one that's the most fun every single time, which is why it takes my number 1 spot. That's my top 15 rides at Alton Towers. If you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe. It really helps out. Comment your top 5 below, and I might feature some in the next video. See you next time.